Alright, so I've been doing some trial and error stuff and wanted to let you guys in on a little secret, I guess. Well, what I think is now a secret. This stuff that you can get from like Home Depot or Lowe's or even Menards, not really that great. It's cheaper than the other stuff I got, but the other stuff works way better. I think this is 15 bucks for a quart like this, or it's 43 for a gallon. The stuff that really works so far very well is this stuff, Rust-Oleum Aircraft Remover. I'm out my walkout basement, so it's really windy or well ventilated, I guess is what the term they call it in the back is. Works really well. I'll show you real quick. It's actually starting to bubble up real nice. It's been about 6 minutes and it's already starting to do this situation. You will have some serious oxidation as it picks up random stuff in the paint. It only recommends to work on like a 3x3 area at a time. But the rest of the boat was done by that clean strip stuff, and this is actually after 2 complete applications of that clean strip, quote-unquote premium stripper. Did not work all that great. It's still got relatively large chunks. Even the stuff that has sat here and remained wet still didn't eat through this turquoise color. And it seems like this aircraft remover is actually eating through the turquoise. So just a heads up, I'm gonna keep working and I'll bring you guys along. So on the box it recommends using a plastic scraper or like a brush. I'll probably still hit it with the power washer just to make sure I got everything off. But I'm gonna do this rear portion real quick and see if it worked pretty well. It seems to have done really well on this red and blue area. Not really sure if I'll touch this gray area yet because it looks like it's not real well bubbled on either side. But the red and blue area looks really good. So I'm gonna get that done and keep cracking. So this side looks like it needs a little bit more time. I actually started with this side and I may have gone thicker on this portion, but I'll hit it again. I mean, it's really gelatinous, so I mean it sits on there pretty thick even though this is a vertical surface. I mean, that was really only 10 minutes, so I mean it's doing a really good job. Alright guys, essentially what I'm doing now is I'm just going to show you how I make it last. It's 60 bucks for a gallon, so this is kind of my cheap method to make it last longer than it absolutely would normally if you just apply it and power wash it off. The power wash it off thing, I should preface, I was on a Facebook group and the guy said, throw on the aircraft remover, power wash it off. It's pretty windy where I'm at. It's not that big of a deal. The fumes aren't bad at all. I just took my gloves off and I'm actually going to show you guys how I'm doing it. Basically what I'm doing is I'm letting it sit this supposed time, making sure it's bubbling, testing a small area, and then basically snow plowing it to the next section. I'll show you how I'm doing that. basically you just bring it back to the next section and let it sit. It's been working really well. Here's some sections I did down here, if that's still in frame. Yep. So, I mean, I'm much more impressed with this stuff than I was with the premium, quote-unquote, clean strip premium stripper. This has been actually really, really good. One thing I will say is that it seems to leave a bit of a residue, so I'll definitely need to hit this with like Alumabrite before I start to put the primer down. But I'm just working in different sections here. I'm working the upper section much faster than I'm working the bottom section, so gotta kind of keep up with it, and again just snow plow it like that. Could probably get a lot more done with a bigger scraper, but I like a smaller scraper so I can get a good angle on it, and see that stuff didn't come up because I didn't cover it very well. So I just snow plow some of that over, put it on there, make sure it's relatively even, cover it up, and then keep going with the rest of the section. It recommends on there not more than a 3x3 section. I found it still works pretty well, simply because I don't let it sit. I don't ever leave. Really, I just stay here. I mean, you're doing the job, might as well do it right, in my opinion. So I just kind of put it back up there because that's already stripped some stuff off, and then I'll put it back and I'll kind of shape it to this runner on the bottom here. I have it on a really, really nice angle. It's really jelly material. It's almost like a little bit more viscous than like Elmer's glue. So I mean, it's pretty good on horizontal surfaces as well as the vertical surfaces. Obviously horizontal surfaces you get a little bit more spread than you would on a vertical surface. But like, see this section right here? I just scraped it past and it cut off all the stuff before it. So I'll just bring some of that back, smooth it out, and then move on. That's it. Keep cranking. So as I'm doing this, I realize that this looks like something. The stuff after you've done 5 or 6 or 7 sections, I guess, this is gonna get gross. But our baby's about 18 months old now, and it starts to kind of look like blueberry and cherry baby poop, like if they had blueberries and cherries the day before. You got your nice red hull pieces in there, your blueberry hulls, and then of course, obviously that's not as gelatinous, or it's a little bit more gelatinous, less solid than a baby poop would be, but I'm weird like that, and that's the things I think of, so enjoy.